Welcome back to another crypto live stream, everybody. XRP is doing pretty good this night. And all of a sudden, everybody decided to spam me with these pings of, hey, XRP, XRP, XRP. And so I woke up, all right, just to see XRP being up about 10% or something along those lines. XRP all of a sudden was above 80 cents at 81.5 or so cents. I decided to look around, see exactly what's going on. Is there any update? Are there any news pieces? And, well, I'm pretty happy to share. There's quite a lot going on over the last 12 hours or so. A lot of posts, a lot of interesting thoughts, a lot of FUD, but at the end of the day, also a lot of positive developments. And so how the day is going to look like, right, is right now, in this stream, I'm giving you a good breakdown of everything happening. So if you're watching this stream, you have a very good idea of everything that's going on right now as we speak, and also what I'm thinking in terms of price. However, a lot of people don't like to watch live streams. Probably I'll give bite-sized, critical, but specific updates throughout the day of everything that I think can bundle properly together. AKA, if you're watching the stream, you're getting yourself a juicy update, and even if you have no more time, at the end of the day, I think this stream is going to be golden. So first of all, let me show you guys. XRP price right now is back below 80 cents. Why? Well, that's how these things usually go. XRP, for some reason, has stick to outperforming the market by far, with XRP right now being plus 7.5%, where Bitcoin is doing nothing. Let's not curse here. Ethereum is doing absolutely nothing. Tether hopefully is doing nothing. It isn't. BNB is doing almost nothing, and you can kind of see the pattern that's going on. Except for Cardano, it's up 3% or so. But Stellar and XRP are the two best performers in the entire top. That should already, put a little blink into your eye. And then one of our other favorite coins, Hedera, so HBAR, is actually our third best coin in the list, which is actually pretty nice yet again. Hey, everybody. I'm just seeing everybody in the chat box say, hey, what's up, guys? Where are you guys all watching from? Somebody says, order list is crazy right now. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys are noticing what I try to do here. I try to put up a theme of green because, bullish. But this lamp, all right, it might look cool. But trust me when I say that this is the most piece of garbage lamp there is out there. Because you need an app to do the connecting stuff for the color. But it's awful the way it works. It's just disgusting. The other one, this one is easy, right? This one is my trusty lamp. This, perfect, Amazing. So we got on the chat box Sri Lanka, Houston, Albuquerque, Malaysia, Montana, Boston, and Utah. And then we got Trinidad, British Columbia, Nigeria. Okay, so we got a very diverse crowd today. I guess, what time is it over in America? We have a Houston and Albuquerque over there. What time is it over there? Because I'm guessing it must be pretty late. Usually we have more of the crowd from over there joining in as well. So I'm guessing it must be pretty damn late. Let me also, guys, quickly share the stream over on Twitter. And over on our Telegram, if I can. So yeah, so what I'm doing right now is just quickly sharing our stream, but I gotta find it first. And then we continue on with all the news and everything that's going on. So don't worry about it. I'll get back to you in just 5 seconds. And everybody, if you're watching this right now, make sure you press that like button. I'm seeing we're at 13 likes. Let's get those up there. Let's get to at least, 50 or something. Should easily be possible. All right. There we go. Shared it. Should be good. Let's talk about everything. Somebody says, I should have sold all at 81 cents. And that's the story of the game, huh? I mean, if only you knew all these different things, you'd be extremely rich. The problem is we don't know all these things up front. Otherwise, it would be too easy, I think. I think it would all be too easy if we knew everything up front. All I'm doing, guys, is just quickly grabbing a couple of articles together here. As you probably know, there's quite a lot happening. So I'm trying to quickly find a couple things to put together for you guys. And it's mostly for the sake of... you'll understand it in just a second. Let me just quickly find this. Sometimes computers can be hard to navigate. That's also not so nice. Oh, wow. I have 30... Whoa. I'm not sure what I'm saying. What am I doing, guys? Why am I saying it like that? Okay, so my whole list here of different things that have happened, it's a pretty extensive list. But let me tell you that this is pretty dark, some things, all right? There are some people in the community right now, as we speak, that only want to see XRP burn. And I mean, this number of people that want to see it burn has increased significantly all of a sudden. I'm just taking a look now at all the people that are saying, no, XRP is going to dump. Oh, it's sad. Because I got myself a list of so many different things. I try to always, I don't know the word for it, but just get myself the most proper, extensive list of everything that's going on. And then we can filter afterwards, if you guys get my drift. But this is almost saddening to a certain degree. Like, why are people this salty? I think you guys will be surprised. Anyway, let us quickly... I also had something else I wanted to cover, but I cannot. Now I'm trying to get a screenshot real quick. Oh, sorry, guys. I shouldn't say sorry. We're talking about everything. Anybody, if you guys have anything new... You wearing no pants? That's... Hey, don't talk about another man's pants. What are you doing? Come on, what are you... You know? Why are you talking about that? Who cares, right? There we go. And just quickly... There we go. Finally. Holy smokes. What I was doing is trying to get this tweet to work, but I couldn't find the picture. So, but now we're good. All right, let's start it out. Moon Lambo said, I see XRP is now at 80 cents. I'm pretty sure that's higher than 0.00, which is weird because I was assured it will be 0 by now and the experts with really good opinions and smart brains. As I said with it, people are very much wrong and they don't like it. You know, they don't. People are just hating on it right now, probably because they don't have enough XRP. They don't have any XRP at all. Actually, if you go over to my likes over on Twitter, one interesting point becomes Charles Gasparino. He's the Fox reporter. Does anyone else notice every time we get a sad the XRP price goes up? Thanks, Charles. So again, he used to always be in for XRP and the community and everything like that. But recently, he decided to switch over. Another light. And join the dark side, basically. Join the SEC side and mostly is against the XRP community and is laughing at their faces. And I called him a little childish prick, but, you know, from a certain perspective, he's just somebody that looks as if he doesn't hold any XRP and is just salty. We'll take a look at that in just a second as well, because it's pretty prominent. Behold, a fake named troll who thought he was getting rich on XRP only to find that his beloved digital coin still costs less than a small bag of popcorn. Oh, wait. What an amazing investor living up his fake name. Sad, huh? And then you can see, behold the masterpiece of a new magazine cover. Because, you know, our little Gasparino right there. But I'm not so sure why he's on the defense so much. XRP is now trading at 80 cents. Maybe someday it might hit 90. And the XP army will still be living with their moms. Sad, huh? He's salty. How can he be this salty? I don't know what's going on with him. You know? As I said before, maybe, just maybe, somebody heard him, right? Maybe it was the XRP price. Maybe he sold all of his XRP a while ago and right now he's just trying to cope with it in some way, shape, or form. You know? It's a coping mechanism, perhaps. At least that's what I've been thinking about here. Because I can't seem to think of anything else because of the way he's going about it. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I can't name it any other way. It's pretty sad. Anyway, over on our Twitter, we've got a couple of juicy other things, right? So, for example, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals recently asked the SEC to independently weigh in on an issue regarding whether or not they believe leverage loans to be securities. One thing, and this is not related to crypto at all, but one thing that's happening that's quite interesting, is how the SEC perception is shifting a lot. What I mean with that is, right now, the idea of the SEC being a good entity still remains to some degree. There are some people out there who think, no, you know what? The SEC is actually good for the U.S. It's actually good for investors. They might be just not be doing everything so perfectly, but they're still a good entity. However, as time passes by, we're starting to notice, well, but the SEC really is vague in almost every way, shape, or form. They do not really have their shit together. They're hurting investors more than they're helping them. And a critical example of that, guys, is when they made sure that well, again, it wasn't their own choice, but they made sure basically that institutional, I got to get some things out of the way to see myself. There we go. That institutional sales were securities, but then the actual sales to all the retail that really hurt the people, no, those were not securities. In the sense that they tried, with the Ripple case to win on everything, but they couldn't. They only could win on one part, which at the end of the day, for the actual consumer, for the U.S. investors, is worst. I mean, at the end of the day, if you could think, am I going to hurt an institution? Am I going to hurt a lot of freaking individuals? Which one are you going to choose? Well, if you want the wellness of the people, you're going to choose the ones that can handle it the least, which are the people, right? Instead of the institution, because that will survive. I mean, they'll have a little bit less profit this year, but they'll be fine. This one is where it really hurts, especially since all those institutions are most likely in profit on their XRP anyway and got some good deals. The point being here, I think there's more and more questions now being thrown at the SEC about whether or not they as an entity, I'm not saying should exist, because the SEC exists in almost any country out there, right? Securities and Exchange Commission has its purpose. But I'm saying if they should operate the way they are currently operating, and whether or not the leadership, like Gary Gensler and the way they're doing it right now, can actually survive. There are many different theories. I believe Davidson, I'm not sure what his first name is anymore, he actually put up a new bill to fire Gary Gensler and get a couple new representatives in with a new system that just works a little bit better. Because right now, Gary Gensler's on top with his little pawns below him, with his little puppet masters on top. It's just not working because of the asynchronicity. It just doesn't work properly. What the people want and the way they're acting, they're not in unison because they have their personal careers and things to focus on. And Gary Gensler could just be like, I want to be the battle hammer titan or whatever you want to call it here. He wants to be the magnet who gets the entire crypto market shake down, but I'm not so sure why. Anyway, side note. Let's take a look at our long position today, see how things are going. All right, are we still in profit? Are we at a loss? Let us quickly see, because I have not closed my long. You think I'm a little baby? All right, you think I'm a little, oh, ho, 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 ho. I know my camera is mirrored, so you won't see it perfectly, but plus 99%, baby. We up 100% on our trade. When did we open this? 72.17 cents. What is it right now? 79.38. So if I looked a little bit earlier, we would have been even more profit now to think about it. But, 81.5 cents. Are you guys realizing this? That we opened this all together? We were doing this together. And the fact that it's in juicy profit right now, it's just making me proud, But, yeah, that's besides the point. I honestly think, and I'll say this again, anybody who has an XRP long position open, if you play it smart, this will make you so much money, but not financial advice. But, personal advice from me to you as a person, as a friend, not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is just me to you as a person. Understand that. The best way to go about this, if hypothetically speaking, you wanted to have a very good way of making money. Hypothesis, right? Friendly analysis, friendly thoughts. Open an XRP long position. Right? There's a link for Bybit down below. I can even give you guys a link for BitGet or for other platforms that can be used in other countries easier with maybe a VPN or something. So if you open the position, just think with me here, and you make sure that every single time the price goes lower, you make sure your position cannot get liquidated because you add a little bit more to it. There's one negative side, funding rates, because you basically are using borrowed money, so you have to pay for that depending on what it's called funding rate is like. So if people are really, really bullish, then you might have to pay a little bit in that direction as well. If people are really, really bearish, you might have to pay in that direction. It's just a little cost of doing business, so to speak. But it's pretty low. But if you keep buying your way down lower, what we had in the last bull market is a lot of my friends, especially the motherfucking Japanese ones and South Korean ones. They're really good at this. Us over in the West, significantly worse. Anyway, what they did was they made sure their Bitcoin buys, mostly for Bitcoin, kept going lower and lower and lower. So that guy had a Bitcoin position. I have the trade open somewhere in like an old YouTuber group or something. This guy had a trade open. He longed Bitcoin at $3,000. Now, he didn't actually, right? Because he most likely had many, many trades open. But his main buys were at $3,000 because he just kept buying lower and lower and lower. You know how far he took that upwards? To $69,000. You got to understand, if you've got $1,000, $1,000, and they go from $3,000 to $69,000, that's pretty good, right? Because you're like 23xing. However, if you've got, 10x leverage, that basically means you're using $1,000 as $10,000. Because maybe $10,000 is unattainable to you in terms of actual money, but with the trade, it might be so. So 10 times leverage. That means you're not only 23xing, you're 230xing your money, meaning you go from $1,000. As far as I understand, you would have gone from 1,000 to 23,000 with normal. With this leverage, we go from 1,000 to 230,000 on that one trade. If you guys understand my drift, it's just absolutely massive. And that's the best strategy, but it does take two things. One is a significant portion of energy, because you're going to have to make sure your buys are set perfectly to not get liquidated, and it might be a longer term run. But if XRP goes the way we always plan, that it actually is going to be increasing over time towards the $3, towards the $5, then this will make you significantly more profit than if you were to only open one trade. One thing I'm going to grab for you guys right now is a little link here. Give me just a second. Let me find this for you. Because one of my friends said this is actually something really nice that people like. I'm going to also see if you guys do. It's something pretty funny. Look, I'll show it with you. This is for BitGet. It's like called a lucky spin or something like that. Hopefully you guys can see it in the chat box. So this lucky spin, if I can open it. What it's like, because I basically talked with them like, hey, what is the nicest thing for the people? How can they get into trading a little bit without going too hard, so to speak? Well, what it basically does, let me show you here, is like it has a little spin system where, okay, you verify your identity, which not everybody can do, but hey, it's an example, and you get a spin. So you might get $1, you might get a MacBook Air M2, you might get $10, you might get $100, just to get, I think, one of these things, or you get a spin or something like that. If you deposit something, you get another spin, If you get trading volume, you get, I believe, another spin and so forth and so on, which is, I think, is a pretty cool thing. And they told me a lot of their people used to like it because you can win a MacBook and you can win a $2,000. And I can confirm you can win. It's actually confirmed 100%. I'm not sure what the chances are. If you guys really want it, I can ask. But I'll leave a link for that down below. Well, it's already down there, actually. But I've pinned it now. So it's not below, but it's pinned. That's pretty cool. And another one I have, let me just quickly show you as well. Where is it? Give me 1 second to grab the additional one. I'm just noticing now, one motherfucker ignored me. There's one guy, and there's a company that wants me to set up a meeting with a guy, and this is really nice for the guy. I text him, because we always text, and he's ignoring me right now. I'm seeing that right now. What an insult. I'm going to block this guy. Just kidding. Here you go. I've got another thing for you guys. And this is only for the people that are not in the US, because you need to KYC. But I've tried hard. And you know what I just said to you guys about trading, right? About, how can you trade properly? How can you do this? Well, I sometimes go out of my way. And I sometimes set aside some budgets for you guys. I sometimes work with companies to set aside budgets. But just know, over my little career here over on the tube, all right? I've given away so many tens of thousands of dollars, and people don't realize this. The reason I started my whole crypto YouTube journey is because I want to give away. So one of the most important things to me is kickstarting people's careers. Now, at the end of the day, you got to be careful with this because many people take it for granted. That's why I'm sometimes dialing back down. I could give away a lot more money than I am, but you got to think about this in proper waves, so to speak, so we actually make the most amount of people happy, not just one person with a lot of money, because people know how to bot these things. People know how to. What I've done again, got another cool thing for you guys. I'll show you yet again. It's in the chat box right now. This is a link to Bybit. And again, I used the wrong camera. This cannot be used by everybody, but what we've done here, as I requested them specifically to give every single person that wants to trade XRP a free trade. You can now get yourself a free trade worth 1,125 USDT in XRP. So this means you can only trade XRP with this, but it's $1,125 worth of a position. So a $1,125 contract you can get and you can claim. Just read for yourself here exactly how it works. I believe it's only for me, but they might have now made it for everybody. because I just requested an XRP type of free claimable thing. It's hard to say. But yeah, just read for yourself exactly how it works. Yeah, you know, you can, I think it's just a couple dollars, but you can use it with some leverage. And very often it's just a make it or break type of situation. But it's $1,125 worth of a contract you get for free. There's a link for that. I cannot pin two things, I think, but just know it's there. Anyway, let us continue on with the news because we're getting a little bit sidetracked about trading, but I sometimes have to give it to you guys. All right. So first of all, how huge is XRP going to get? We talk about this pretty often, but I'll talk about this later again in more depth. The value of cross-border payments is expected to reach $250 trillion by 2027. The advantages of global payments powered by crypto are readily apparent. Further, more than half of global payments and treasury professionals point to faster payments and cost savings as the top two reasons to incorporate crypto into their cross-border payments business. Ripple New Value Report 2023. I'm always afraid of this, right? Oh, is this fake? Is this fake? But Ripple actually posted this themselves, so it's not fake. What Ripple is basically saying is so much of the money is going to be going to crypto. And again, now that Ripple has got the proper clarity on their front, and XRP has got the proper clarity on their front, you guys understand what's coming up? I'm not sure if you guys can do, yeah, I mean, you guys are smart. You do 1 + 1 on that one, right? A huge shift in finance is underway. More than 80% of global leaders expect to begin using crypto in their businesses in the next 3 years. Download the 2023 New Value Report to understand how to unlock the power of blockchain for your business. Because I personally think. Are we back? What in the world was that? So, yeah, I don't know. My computer just decided to shut down. You know, this is another funny thing about buying expensive things. I'm not a fan of it at the end of the day, right? Like MacBooks and stuff, they work pretty nicely and they're good. But I think that's also because of the way they designed them. They just always like are pretty good up until a certain point where they just get absolutely garbage. With PCs, I don't know. I just always get unlucky. I bought what I thought was such a monster of a thing, right? And I've had it for a little while. But this thing does not work, and I have to send it back. But then it's annoying to send a PC back for a couple of weeks or whatever, right? It's like, It's like, But this one, the computer, is more expensive than a whatever MacBook Pro. How? And then it's still garbage, man. Dumbass things, dumbass technology. Sometimes it annoys me. But, you know, let's quickly do some. Let's get those likes up a little bit again. Because I think a lot of people tuned out. I can see we went from 380 viewers to 260. So let's get those likes in to see people. Oh, you know what? In the chat box, just quickly say, we're back. Or just say back. Or just write something. Just spam for a little second to see if all of a sudden people realize again that we're doing something. Oh, my days. Michael says, don't worry about it. Cobb is doing a live stream, so the price will dump. Oh, that's why. I was like, why is XRP all of a sudden down from 81.5 cents, you know? How could that be? But I guess there's somebody doing a live stream. That probably means things are coming down, huh? Oh, that's not good. You see, guys? We already have 300 people back in. You see, it worked. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Anyway, XRP, yeah, it's indeed not looking as stunning as it was a little while ago here. Still below 80 cents. Not juicy to see, but hey, it's not actually that big a deal to me. I think every tweet has to load back in. All right. So one of the things I also saw before was this. Needless to say, regulating digital assets through enforcement only had a dreadful day in court last week. In the wake of the resounding decision of the Southern District of New York Ripple case, the SEC must reassess its continued assault on the crypto industry. Here's my letter to motherfucking Gary Gensler. Let's take a look. Dear Gensler, I am writing to inquire if the SEC intends to come to terms with the folly of the Commission's crusade against crypto assets in light of the latest decision by the judge. Needless to say, regulation by enforcement had a dreadful day in court. In a landmark legal opinion, the judge rejected the regulatory overreach of the SEC, which has been indiscriminately declaring all crypto assets except for Bitcoin to be securities. By emphasizing the need to prove the presence of an investment contract, the judge's reasoning represents a return to a rigorous application of the Howey test, which has been applied sloppily by the SEC. Indeed, the latest court decision establishes a clear rule that should bear the name of Judge Torres, which has brought long overdue legal clarity to the chaos of crypto regulation. If you're wondering why he said, hey, we should call this the Torres, it's because if you didn't know, this representative's name is Torres, Mr. Richie Torres. By emphasizing the need to prove the presence of an investment contract, the judge represents the reasoning. Represents the right return. Indeed, the latest decision establishes a clear rule that shouldn't bear the name Torres. The Torres doctrine, as I call it, holds that crypto assets are not securities in themselves, but can hold or be sold as part of an investment contract, which do qualify as securities under the Howey test. Judge Torres has made it crystal clear to the SEC that digital assets are not securities in the abstract and that it lacks the legal authority to regulate digital assets untethered from an actual security offering. Even though the SEC reserves the right to appeal the district court's decision, the chances of an immediate appeal are vanishingly small because there remain an issue in the case that have yet to be resolved. And resolving them requires fact-finding, aka a trial, which takes time. The ability of the SEC to make up the law as it goes will be, in the meantime, constrained by the persuasive authority that the Torres doctrine will likely command in future legal cases. The tenuous legal foundation for the litigation against Coinbase has come crashing down, and rightfully so. In addition to issuing findings of law, Judge Torres made a point of faulting the SEC for conspicuously failing to provide fair notice to the crypto industry. Under Chair Gensler, the SEC has not issued a single rule on crypto assets, nor has it given any clear guidance. All it has done is sent mixed messages, one after the other, not only contradicting the CFTC, but often contradicting itself. When pressed about the status of Ether as a security, Gary Gensler has been all over the place. Yes, no, maybe so, and the SEC has chosen to communicate and regulate by not clear rule or guidance, but by enforcement action, often politically timed, and that's a critical point there. The endless stream of contradiction and confusion, as well as the arbitrariness of the enforcement actions themselves, is the opposite of fair notice. I hope the SEC will find itself so chastened by the court's decision that it will concentrate the commission's enforcement energies where it all belongs, on the bona fide bad actors who perpetrate serious transgressions like fraud, market manipulation, and the misappropriation of customer funds, like with FTX that they all skipped. I look forward to finding out about how the SEC will reassess its regulatory assault on crypto assets in light of the Torres doctrine. Sincerely, Richie motherfucking Torres. Props up to our people, because that's a pretty good solid point that this guy has right there. To get Gary Gensler not out of office, but out of this unlimited power that he's had for a while now. It seems that Gary Gensler is being let off the leash, right? He was on a tight little leash by the people before, but now he's been let off. And that's where the problems arise, because they have no limits. They can do whatever they want. And it takes for one of these guys, like the representative here, to stop it, to put a halt on it. And that's why I'm so happy with the fact that they're trying right now. They also notice, hey, there's too much power in the hands of these motherfreakers. Let's do something about it. Let's make sure that it cannot continue unbalanced, so to speak. And I love him for it, you know? Why is that happening? Why are things strange today, guys? What's going on here? Why? That's odd. Anyway, this was kind of funny. I laughed about it, so I'm also going to share it with you guys. That feeling when a judge declares your XRP not to be a security as a matter of law, and then, punching Bitcoin in the face. I'm not sure, but that I agree, because I still like Bitcoin. I know a lot of you guys don't, but I still like Bitcoin. There's a guy, though, that came in to state this as a matter of basis. Regardless of what XRP was, the judge now made XRP a security. XRP is a fungible asset, and it's now a matter of public record that, based on a determination by a competent authority, it's reasonable to expect the value of XRP to appreciate due to the efforts of Ripple. Well, let me just quickly stop him right there on every single point. First of all, what? Second of all, what? Third of all, what? First of all, how is it a security? And how is that a part of the public record? That it is. What is security, you might say, is a literal investment contract between Ripple and a company, whereas those people could have expected Ripple to try something. But if you bought XRP on the secondary market, you might have had no connection to Ripple, so you might have had no reason to believe the price is going to go up by Ripple because you might have never known them. So how can that then officially make XRP a security, right? The judge's finding that retail investors didn't purchase an investment contract was entirely based on the notion that they lacked the sophistication and information necessary to create, in their minds, a reasonable expectation of profit from the efforts of Ripple. And I can read here, but at the end of the day, these are people that just like to see the world burn for some reason. And maybe, just maybe, it's just people that are salty for not having any XRP. You can see, it almost get no likes because people don't really agree with these opinions. But you can see he went on a little bit further to state, the effect of the judge's decision in the world was not to declare, but to make XRP a security for everyone. And I don't know. But that's what I've been seeing so much over on Twitter. People just with these coping mechanisms or these outbursts of anger against the XRP community, as if there's something that they did to wrong you, or something along those lines. I just don't know why people are so angry. I don't fully understand it. Here's another fun part. All these legal analysts throwing shade or trying to show shade at Ripple on the Ripple ruling were nowhere to be found when Bill Hinman gave his speech. Nowhere to be found. None of their analysis applies to Bitcoin and Ethereum ever. And let's quickly see if I can show this to you guys with this one. There we go. All right. Let's quickly.
That most people will just go ahead and offer unregistered securities.
Let me turn off my mic if I can. Here we go. And let's listen to this.
And that's why this has been not actually the SEC trying to crush an industry. This is really trying to shut down unregistered securities. And then the concept has been if we let unregistered securities continue throughout our system, the problem will be that most people will just go ahead and offer unregistered securities, and there will be nothing to stop people from continuing to offer them, just saying later on, well, we did that, but now we're operational, so let it just slide.
Moreover, putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network, its decentralized structure, we believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions. As with Bitcoin, applying a disclosure regime, the disclosure regime of the federal securities laws, to current transactions and Ether would seem to add little value.
So where were these guys when this all came along, right? Why does none of these things apply to these other cryptos? Why is it only XRP that people are so outspoken for? Sometimes I really wonder that. Why do people have these strong opinions when it comes to XRP and Ripple? But then when it comes to anything else, people are sitting back, back on their chair like little wussies, It's really interesting to me how that works. There's this asymmetry that's been in the space for a while. I just don't fully understand it. But at the end of the day, guys, I've had this many, many other times as well, where people just, for some reason, really like to hate on XRP. They have some sort of, maybe it's just their dark fantasy to see XRP lose because they didn't have any and they're just butthurt that they didn't. Like maybe it's like a deeper dark fantasy. I'm not saying it cannot be, right? I'm really not saying it cannot be. Before we move on, I want to quickly see in the chat box again, where you guys are watching from right now and what time is it for you? Because I'm seeing somebody watching this at 7 a.m. over in Germany. I appreciate that, my brother. Free. Just adding some stuff to the description. Open link, copy link. There we go. How hard can you guys hear the keyboard as well, I wonder? Is it really loud? Or no problem at all? I guess you can't really... I thought you couldn't hear it, right? But maybe you can. I just want to know from you guys. Oh, damn. We got people watching this at 1 a.m., huh? My Canada squad. Oh, and America watching it at 12. I see. That's why we have such a strange turnout, because it's middle of the night for a lot of people, huh? And I don't think I've ever now I have probably, but I don't stream often at like this time an hour. Oh, my Ireland people are watching this at 6. Man, somebody says 4:20, big time. Somebody's watching this at 4 a.m. Wait, how? Where? Well, I don't even know. What time is it in Iceland? Actually, I never know that. Iceland time zone. In Iceland's right now 5:11, and what time is it in Greenland? Greenland is 3. Is there any place where it's 4 a.m.? Does it right now exist? A minus 1 GMT? Am I stupid? Oh, Morocco. Oh, no, Morocco 2 hours ago. I'm like, wait a minute. Morocco is like underneath Spain. 4:20 means time to... I understand what 4:20 means, guys. Just for fun reference, right? You guys know where I'm from, no? There's a reason I speak Dutch, like the language from Amsterdam, Anyway, I just spent a month in Thailand as well for a bit. But yeah, let's put that on the sideline, I guess. A lot of you guys are saying nothing, so I'm guessing there's no 4 o'clock right now. Nobody's in 4 a.m. Anyway, doesn't matter that much. We're talking about XRP. I just got distracted a little bit, and you guys are getting distracted ever so slightly as well. Perth, Australia. Nice, very nice. Very nice. Anyway, let us quickly continue with whatever we were talking about. So if we go over to my likes, like I always like to do, there's a lot of different things in here that I think are pretty juicy, right? We've covered the first couple ones, the SEC's investigation. This was from Brad Gallagher a while ago. The most important part of this ruling was XRP as a digital token is not in of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. This is now a matter of law, not up for trial. Like, I still want people to realize that whatever people say over on Twitter, it doesn't really matter because XRP is not a security, even though they're trying. At the end of the day, you can say that Ethereum is a security from some certain perspective, but also you kind of can't because it all depends on the circumstances and everything because the way Howey should be applied. And so, did Ethereum have security transactions? Probably yes. So did 99% of the other cryptocurrencies. And right now, that's a big discussion. Again, guys, I'm a big Ethereum holder. I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum. That does not mean it's not in a stupid situation from a certain perspective. To prove that, Jimmy Valley is sharing this. And DAI had a response saying, I'm assuming you've had crypto legal analysts coming out of the woodwork wanting to tell you how the Ripple decision is a bad thing for Ethereum, right? Has CoinDesk reached out to do a legal panel on it? Because it's interesting. Jimmy Valley had this to share. And again, I'll share everything more in depth later on as I do more analysis. Right now, I just want to share all my findings as in a concise way in this stream. Because that's what I appreciate, you guys coming in for, just to join the stream and say hi, stop by, do some fun stuff. That's why I also recommend everybody to press that like button, because why not, right? We got a couple hundred people watching. I think we should easily be able to get to like 300 likes, because we're at 400 people watching this. But if you don't want to, don't worry about it, right? No hard feelings. There are a series of documents and agreements that constitute the investment contract for Ethereum. Ether Product Purchase Agreement, Terms and Conditions of Ether Genesis Sale, Intended Use of Revenue, Ethereum Development Plan, White Paper, Yellow Paper. A purchaser of the Ethereum pre-sale did not receive actual Ether tokens in connection with the sale because the network was not operational at the time of the pre-sale. Instead, purchasers of Ether in the Genesis sale were rewarded cryptographic receipts to claim their purchase once the product had been developed and it was ready for delivery. Although the offering and sale of these rights began in July 2014, at the time, the initial block of Ethereum platform's blockchain, which constitutes the inception of the operation system, was expected to be created in the winter of 2014-15, although there were no guarantees that this would occur according to such time frame or at all. And that's pretty scary yet again. Why, you might ask? Well, because this might mean that Ethereum really was sold, initially at least, as an investment contract is people bought something that was not yet developed with the expectation that this platform that was being created was going to generate them some profits. And the reason that's so important, I sip the coffee like that on purpose. Don't think I'm a stupid ass doing this to like, oh, why is this good? Perhaps, just perhaps, they're going to eventually, which I still doubt, but perhaps they're going to come after Ethereum eventually for the fact that it used to be security sales. I still don't think they can ever constitute Ethereum as security itself, Ether, but they can say Ethereum Foundation or whatever the foundation was called at the time, consensus, did sell Ethereum as an investment contract in a similar sense as Ripple selling XRP as an investment contract to institutions, especially because with Ethereum, the platform did not exist. With Ripple, in theory, what the judge decided is officially wrong, as even though Ripple sold some XRP, it's still an asset of the public, right? So it was sold as an investment contract because it kind of has a couple of bindings in that fashion. But at the end of the day, XRP was created by people that gifted a lot of it to Ripple, and it's actually in a similar fashion as I'm selling XRP to somebody now, with the idea that I'm going to do something for the XRP ledger. I could, right? Maybe because I'm making content, people now think I'm creating a price value in the XRP. So I'm selling you, if I were to sell you XRP as well, an investment contract. Well, I'm not, but they could see it that way. And I guess in a similar fashion, that's what they could do with Ethereum. Somebody says, speak some Dutch for us. What should I say? What do you want me to say? But yeah, that was interesting about Ethereum and the situation that's going on right there. I keep hyping you guys up by saying what happened with Ripple here is so much more important than people realize. Like, the bad side is not that bad because it can be applied to any crypto. But the good side, yeah, it's just really, really good. We got the Coinbase CLO, Chief Legal Officer, coming in hot, saying something again. Oh, this is annoying. The Therese Doctrine, a remarkably cogent summary of the judge's difficult words. Jurisprudence from Representative Therese. Thank you, Congressman. This has to do with the fact that Representative Rich wants to get things proper. Why are you guys saying check the charts? What's going on? Volume coming in? We pumping? Don't bait me like this, guys. Don't bait me like this. Are we pumping? Don't make jokes about pumps. This is Bitcoin. Somebody's saying Cobb went to bed. Did he really? Don't joke with me on that one. Oh, we're on the upside again. We're on the up and up. Pump. It's not that crazy, honestly, right? This is the 1 minute chart. This is what it was looking like before when I was like, everybody was trying to wake me the frick up and I couldn't. This is where I woke up, I guess. Like somewhere along here. Let's see what this is in. Which one? Still, even though I don't live there anymore, like the most one I'm familiar with is just my Amsterdam time, my usual. You guys are all waking me up around this time here, right? In Dubai time, that's reasonable. But yeah, at 81.5 cents, things are looking really good. Right now, we're down a significant portion. We went down about 4% right after, but overnight, we went up. Let's see here real quick. Overnight, we went up about 10% over the last 10 hours. Hey, I see Steven coming in with the 20 saying this. Let me quickly see. Let me respect your words. Dusty, I've been looking for years, soaking up your knowledge. So here you go. Thank you for all you've done and all you're doing for the community. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. Please understand, you could have just written your words in the chat box. Please, at the end of the day, if you were to tell me, Dusty, I'll show you. I'm not sending you any money in the chat box right now because I'm investing it into XRP. I think I might actually be more proud than if you send me something. Just know that. So don't worry about it. Don't think, I have to give this guy something. Please, get your investments up. Or, go for something crazy. Go for a nice party or something. No, just kidding. That's not responsible. Go invest it properly. We did have a little bit of a bump, though. Like right now, we're going on a proper tangent right now. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody says, blockchain backers chart comparison. We've actually got a lot of chart comparisons. I'll show. Yeah, I'm guessing something happened to my computer while I was gone. This is what you get when you travel the world, You get back and your things have turned to garbage. You see? I get back, boom, everything's garbage. The computer just shut itself down again. And I don't know what to think about it. Why did that happen? Why is this happening? It's a like $4,000 or $5,000 machine. Should be able to handle a little live stream of sorts, no? What is this garbage? I should actually just convince you guys that it's you doing this, not me. Hey, why weren't you watching just now? Did your internet get out or something? No, my computer's doing fine. I'm still streaming. Why were you gone for a second just now? What happened to you? Did your internet shut down? Maybe pay your bills, stupid ass. I should just blame it on you. That's actually smart. It's overheating? Nah, it makes no sense. It's not like, first of all, nah, whatever. It's not overheating. Cannot be, all right? That's impossible. Why are you guys all saying overheating? Actually, the whole story is I got to send it back, but I'm too lazy because then I have to miss it for a couple weeks. And like every time I leave again, I'm like, okay, I should just send it now. But then I'm too late to send it, and then I already have to take the plane, if you know what I mean. But then now, for example, I could send it. But then I'm like, well, but then my computer's gone, which is annoying, right? And then I have to work on the freaking MacBook or something, which is fine because I usually use this anyway. But when you have I don't know. I'll get it done. Don't worry about it, right? Streams will be better soon enough. Anyway, I want to show you guys the XRP chart. I'm going to show it. I'm just going to grab it real quick. I have to go to a different little setting right here. I'll get it to you guys. Don't worry. I got it. I'll show you what I mean. So, let's put this aside. I'm not sure if we're right in the middle now or not. We are almost. There we go. Good enough. Anyway, what I showcased here is the XRP chart from a while ago and how we might be having a similar breakout to what we had from the 2013 to 2017 cycle, basically, where we had a continued downside momentum with a breakout that just spiraled everything out of control. And the reason we don't include this one in here is because the price moved differently, right? We had ourselves a massive downtrend, sure. But the moment it broke, it didn't actually even break the moving average. It didn't really go on any sort of spike in terms of momentum. It didn't really continue. Like, it was shot down rather quickly. Whereas right here, you can see the momentum sustained for, even though a little while, it's sustained. And right here, we got rejected so quickly at the moving average that it never got the chance to pump. And even though there was pretty good value in the meantime still, to explain that to you guys, there still was a 1,600% pump in the meantime here. You know, from the bottom to the top, it was still absolutely massive. It is already a logarithmic chart. So even if you did just buy this massive breakout, you would have still gotten 710% profit. Right here is where we expect things to happen akin to what we saw right back here. Massive amounts of gains. The percentage gain here was, let's see it for fun. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. 48,000%. Now, I don't think we can replicate that in the short term anymore because this happened in a year, 40,000% up. But if we have a similar fashion, percentage-wise, obviously it's going to be a lot less, but the gain still could be pretty severe on a logarithmic chart, meaning, even if we just were to go, if we just take the baseline here for how far this was. Let's take it to pump level. Over the next couple of years, right? And we had a similar action. I know it's far-fetched, but that would put XRP at like $230 or something like that. If we had exactly the same sort of momentum, right? I know, might not get that. But I'm just saying, it's kind of funny if you put it into perspective. Somebody says... Sorry. What? Somebody said, and he has a fair point. Somebody says the USA is 0% tax also. Income tax is voluntary. I mean, you got a point right there. At the end of the day, you don't got to pay tax. If you really don't want it, you don't gotta. You know, the repercussions might be pretty severe, but there's always a way, I guess. You know, that's a fair point. Sure. Coinbase went down the same time as you glitched. Maybe it's somebody sending a sign out there. I'm not sure. Maybe. Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you? Dun, 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 dun. I always like that song. It's like my favorite song. Let's see. So I'm a little bit lost now because my computer shut down a couple times, so things are a little bit differently looking. But let us quickly continue on with my liked stories so we can continue on with that tangent. All right, just covering everything that happened. All right, U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. proposes eliminate capital gains tax on Bitcoin to dollar conversions. So eventually, if you held your crypto long enough, you might actually never be taxed if the next president becomes a crypto bull, which is possible. Definitely possible. Something to consider, something to take a look at, you know, something to think about, at least. Moment says, I'm pretty sure the song doesn't go like that, but I like your version better. By the way, if you ever see these, it says HODL, you know? I think that might be empty. Wait a minute. Let's see. They're empty as garbage, okay? So we're going to have to take out the big boys here. This is all for you, all right? You told me, listen to that song. Okay, you didn't say that, but basically you said that. But I don't want to get copyright striked or anything like that. So I will listen to Pump It Up song. And I'll prove you wrong by listening. To pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. I'm listening to it now. Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Why does it keep stopping? What's happening? Maybe it's connected to my PC. Wait a minute. You got to pump it up. Okay, maybe it keeps stopping when I talk or something. Is there something else that is connected? There we go. Maybe now? Got to pump it up. Okay, how do I break this headphone from stop? Like, it's stopping my music automatically because I'm speaking. You got to pump it up, don't you know? What? How? Stupid ass thing. This is what technology gets you nowadays, you know? It gets these smart things that stop when you speak. How do you turn it off? Damn. You got to pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Okay, I'm going to turn off this setting. I'm getting annoyed at the crap. See, the you got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Everybody, go listen to that song on the side. You know, if you have two computers, you got to have it. Somebody says, oh, bro, it's not up much. Listen to it on the side, man. This song is freaking golden. I should just play this through my headphone like the whole day. Like nothing else, you know? You know that other song? No, I don't. I play this song every day. This is amazing. This gets you in the mood, you know? Pump it up. I'm promoting this song. But it goes exactly the way I read it, like the way I speak to it. Dun, 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 dun. Let me actually reiterate. Dun, 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 dun. To pump it up, don't you know? You got to pump it up, don't you know? Can you share the link? No, I'm not going to share the link. If you don't know how to find the Pump It Up song, you've already lost. Don't worry about it. Just let it slide. It's not your concern today. All right? You'll get it next time. Prepare next time. When you come to the stream, prepare properly, okay? I'm expecting the highest of quality in my chat box here. If you don't know how to find this song, this is a very big issue, all right? This is a very, very big issue that cannot be dealt with accurately today. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you've lost. Next time, another chance. Huh. But so XRP is on the up and up again, huh? I guess right now we're getting pretty close to our previous top, basically. So the top that we made. Oh, look at that, actually. Wait a minute, guys. Look at that. Just now. Just now, actually overnight, we got ourselves. Okay, I need to find out the exact line here. Let's put up a. Because I want it to be a little bit more perfect. My line is always going to be crooked. We got pretty close. So right now, what is happening overnight? The reason this pump is so important is because we got back to levels from the major XRP pump. Now, this is over on the 1 hour chart, and we did not get a proper close. But right now, we are actually retesting the close. So what could have happened last hours, right? 2 hours ago? If the price closed at that level, above 81 cents, we would have actually had the highest close over the last couple of weeks, right? That would have actually set a new record for the short term. That would be a local high. So anybody not understanding why I'm talking about the pump, right now from the base, from the dip, we're already up 23%. So anybody buying the motherfucking dip, you right now are 25% up or so, which is already huge on its own. But more importantly, this can actually start breaking the freaking, I should be flipping tables almost with the way the price is acting right now. Many are not understanding just how critical this is. Maybe, guys, sorry, maybe I'm overhyped because I'm listening to the Pump It Up song. This gets you in the motherfucking spirits to break some tables. I don't know. This song should be banned, I think. Maybe. Background, Dusty, what's happening? Don't scare me like that. Is something happening? There's a wall here. There's no people in my... Nobody can stab me in the back, I think, you know? I learned those lessons a long time ago. Always face the openness, you know? Have a wall behind you. So nobody can stab you in the back. It's never happened yet, you know? I've never been attacked from behind like that. But hey, you know, maybe because I'm always prepared. Maybe because I always think about it. Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got... Somebody says hello from Phuket. I was in Phuket just now. That was nice. Phuket is amazing. Gary's behind you. That would be funny, huh? Gary gets just like creeping up with a little... Wait a minute. I'm not sure if you guys had this same picture in high school, right? Or any school for that matter. But the way... okay, let's say one thing. I will take away all the deeper meaning from this picture. But I will say, when I think of Gary Gensler, I think of some propaganda pictures from a while back, right? I think of some indoctrination pictures that I've seen in my past. I'm not trying to associate the meaning of this one with Gary Gensler in terms of what you see in the picture, in terms of logos, perhaps. I'm just kind of decking myself in on this one. Is it smart? It cannot hurt. But I think of this picture, you know? When I think of, like, I thought a little bit of, like, you're just sitting there, your proper bit, and then Gary Gensler comes sneakily in the back. Or maybe the one with Julius Caesar, where they're, like, all stabbing him at the same time. Like those pictures. I don't know. I thought about it in a funny manner. Of, like, Gary Gensler being a backstabber, huh? Maybe I should have just shown a different picture, actually. Now that I think about it. You guys are not babies. You can handle it. No hard feelings. Anyway, so to get back to it, right now we're at a crucial point for XRP. And I'm blasting the Pump It Up song on my headset. Why? Because this might be where everything turns back around. And you might want to deny it. You might say, Dusty, we only pumped like 10% just now. Shut up. Shut up. Get back to your corner, right? The real men are speaking here because we know what's about to happen. We know what's about to happen. We know what this chart means. This means right now we're on the verge of greatness. Because the moment that we get a close above what we saw last week, the moment that we had a settlement, that could actually mean the continued momentum is back. And that could actually mean, again, that this is going to ignite some of the run for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for all those, and potentially get the actual run towards the dollar going. And the moment the dollar is breached, you already know what's about to happen. So we're actually a lot closer to some greatness than meets the eye, I think, here. Position, entry. Entry, I'll show you. Oh, entry 72.17. I'll show you in a second. I'll go zoom in more. You can see it like this probably, right? It's only annoying thing is it's inversed, but you know, entry 72.17, current price 79.86, profit 105.96% on our XRP long. Right now, though, the moment that we cross, there might actually be another good opportunity for a massive long. But trust me when I say, guys, that I am sometimes, not the best, but you don't need to be the best. You need to just be okay with trading in the sense that right now, what we knew was, okay, I started the stream at like somewhere around here. And I told everybody, it's going down. Just from that point forward, that was 50% up, right? And I opened my trade at 60 cents or something like that. So that could have been 500% profit for me. But the problem was I kept on buying as we got higher and higher. My highest buy for XRP just now was 92 cents, I think. But so why am I still in so much profit? Because I also bought at lower price and I also bought on the way back down, right? One more time, I think I bought it like 70 something cents, like maybe 71. Because as you can see, my average price is 72 cents, even though I bought like up and up and up. And here I bought my biggest bag as the prices were up. Why? Because I actually thought we were going to breach a dollar and go for a crazy massive run. We didn't. But so what do? I'm not going to sit there crying my eyes out. I'm going to adapt like a real man, make sure I buy on my way down to so that there's profit then the moment we spike back upwards. So right now, instead of only being in like 200% profit as we get to like 95 cents, no, this time around, I'm going to be in such massive profit as we spike another little percentage. Because right now, you got to understand, I opened my trade at 72 cents-ish. All the way back to 95 cents is 32% up. That means, or 33, that means I'm in 330% profit the moment that it happens, which is massive because my trade is pretty large. One more smile. I'll show you just for fun. Just so we're all on the same page. That is right now 106% profit. That's pretty nice, actually. So yes, we've doubled our money on XRP. And we'd actually, trust me when I say this, it's not hard if you know what you're looking for. We did this together. I told everybody, I cannot give you financial advice, right? I don't. But I told everybody, if you're not opening a long position right now, I'm not sure what you're doing. And we set that at 62. And then we set it at 70-something. Then we set it at... and the problem is, right, the longer you go on, the more risky it gets. It's not the earlier you are with these long positions, the earlier you are with buying, the better you are. CZ said it best, I think, a couple days ago on Twitter. If you're only buying in bull markets, if you're only buying when the spirits are high, you're only buying high prices. You got to buy when there's fear. You got to buy when it's uncertain. You got to buy in a position of weakness. You don't buy when everything is strong and good looking. And this is very hard for people because people intuitively only want to buy when they're, no, for sure, it's about to go, ah. But that's when you get these high prices. That's when you get the bad deal. If you bought anytime throughout the last year or so, you got yourself good XRP price. But people don't like to buy when it's fearful. No, people like to buy when it's certain. But that's when you buy the premium because then everybody has the same information. You got to buy with your information asymmetry. That's when you got to react. We all knew Ripple's most likely going to win. There were so many doubters. If you just bought knowing that Ripple's going to win, well, you would have doubled your money in a pretty short amount of time, right? Even here just now. I always told you, and I've said this for such a long time. Guys, okay, I need to know this from you. Who in this chat box here has been watching me for more than a year? My channel. Who's been watching my channel for more than a year? Mr. Ebo says me. We got Yannick. We got Yannick. Oh, Yannick. Okay. We got a couple of people in here, right? A lot of people that watch me for even 3 years, huh? Oh, man. That's massive. Now, I've been making videos on this channel for over 6 years. I think almost turning to 7 years now. Curtin's been watching me since 2017 even. He's one of the OGs, huh? But trust me when I say this. The most important thing I've told you for the last 2.5 years since the lawsuit started is, this is my opinion, just open a long position. What I said before is just open a trade. Why? You open them with conditions. What was the conditions at? A lot of you guys might know this, a lot of you guys might not, but I've said this so many times. I've even made this video specifically. I think it's called like how to prepare for the XRP settlement or whatever like that. And what I said was make a position with a condition that is pretty high. So let's just say it like this, and I'll say it again so you guys understand. You can still do this actually. What the condition looks like is you open a long position, you open a contract that says as the price goes up, I make money. You open it, and let's say the price is 35 cents. You open it right now. Either a trade for the long term with a little bit of money, but you open one because you always want to have an XP long open. I said that many times. But you also want to open one only the moment that you see a massive movement. And what that means is you open a trade that only triggers the moment that XRP goes up 50% or whatever from the current price. So if the price is right now 35 cents, you make sure this only opens as you're at 47 cents. Why? Well, because that is a movement that does not happen naturally. That's a movement that only happens either because of a price glitch or because of a settlement or because of something crazy. So the moment it hits 47 cents, your trade is now open. And so if you also put a stop loss or a take profit, I guess, on it, you can actually make sure that it trades from 47 cents to 55 cents, which is like a 25% or let's say 20% gain or something like that, maybe 50% gain. But with leverage, that might be, a 50% up is 150% in terms of your trade. So that means you've doubled your money in like a couple minutes, potentially because of a massive spike. And we actually said, if you open the trade properly with some leverage, you can actually get yourself a couple 1,000% worth of gains in a very short amount of time because you know what you're doing. And that's why I keep telling you, don't sleep on these trading opportunities just because you don't know how. Teach yourself, learn. Don't sit and think, no, trading's not for me, because it might not be. Not everybody can do this. It takes a mental capacity. But sometimes, just sometimes, there are these easy chances where you just know something has a probability of about 95% to work out right. And if it doesn't, well, the downside is pretty minimal. So I take the risk. And that's what I said before with the, hey, XP is above 80 cents again, by the way. That's why I sometimes tell you guys, if you're not a risk-taking type of person, that's fine. But assess what risk is worth taking and which ones aren't. Because sometimes I know I take degenerate moves, and I can't recommend it to everybody. Uh-oh, what's happening? What's going on? I'm still here. Why are we down? Camera? You're not going to tell me the camera's now having issues too, are you? All right, give me a second to fix camera. What's going on? Let's see. It actually is overheating, huh? Wow, you guys are right. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. So, okay. Whoever of you said maybe things are overheating, I'm not going to say you're right out of principle, but my camera is overheating. So, I don't know. The PC, I have, okay, you know what I've done? You can't see, but I've put a big fan. I have AC. It's cold. Brr. That's why I have a shirt on. It's, so cold. It's like 14. No, okay. It's like, I always have a comfortable degree here. But the camera, I guess, is an independent unit that just heats itself up because it's angry sometimes, you know? It's like disgusted looking at this face the whole day. Maybe that's it. I would also be very annoyed. I would also get heated up for just being, having to watch this guy the whole time. Shirt but no pants. Why are you guys judging me about the pants so much? What do you guys have with pants? What is your issue with this? Why would I wear... What? Did I just get poisoned? Why is there black... Why is there black stuff in my coffee? What is this? Oh, you guys can't see. What is that? Did I just get poisoned? That's not a natural looking black flake. I might have just gotten poisoned, guys. If I just fall down now, you know, go after the barista who made this. Or it's coffee and I'm just really stupid. Could also be. I'm joking, guys. But it's actually blacker than black, this one. All right. Guys, I think it might have been Gary Gensler. You guys are all saying coffee grounds. No. Coffee grounds in my coffee? That would be crazy. It might have been Gary Gensler, though. That makes sense. That sounds logical to me. We're on the up and up, guys, actually. And yes, I don't like pants when you're wearing a shirt. Why would you, right? I got the freedom. Who gives a crap? Nobody looks at my pants. Oh, I see Mo Man came in with 5 saying, my apologies, you were right. Pump it up. I mean, did you say something before that I was not right? I'm going to check what you said, Moment. He says, it's because of how you sang Pump It Up. Guys, there's actually a correlation now between me singing Pump It Up and the price going up, huh? Perhaps because I sang it so accurately, with such high accuracy, the price now is actually going up. I think the probability of that being the case is about 99%. I don't see any other option for the reason the price is going up right now than me singing that song. Or do you guys see it differently? Would anybody like to argue the opposite? I don't know. But everybody, let's try this. Everybody in the chat box say pump. Just pump. Just quickly see if you guys can actually make this price go up. I know we don't have any influence ourselves. I'm just meaning like, let's see. Maybe us all saying pump at the same time, pump, can actually pump it up. Or maybe it's going to do the exact... Oh. Pumping. Oh. Why is it so freaking slow? Move already. God damn it. No! Oh, shit. My camera. Wait a minute. Maybe I screamed too loud. My camera got upset. Give me a second again. Oh, my other camera's also down. Oh, no, everything is down. No, everything is Why is all my cameras? What is going on, guys? All my cameras are down. No. Wait a minute. No, my other camera's not down, actually. Wait a minute. Wait, what is this going on? Let me see. Okay, so we got a side camera here for a second. The only problem is I didn't install that in any of our main metrics here. So maybe, just maybe, I gotta just sit like this for a couple of seconds to, cool down. Or I can just actually change this. Give me a second. That didn't work. That also didn't work. Okay. Panic. Anyway, maybe I should just, tell you guys again about what's happening. Good day, everybody. Welcome back again to the stream of the side perspective this time. Now, a good question for you all. Do you notice a slight change in quality? That's because, well, when making the choice of which camera should you buy, there's a difference in price. And the difference is actually about 5 or 6-fold in the camera's price. I'm telling you this, why? Because, we're waiting for the camera to cool down a little bit. So, it's a little fun experiment. Which of these two do you think is more expensive? How much do you think the difference is? Do you notice it? Is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, the other one has a good advantage because it's in front. So in theory, it's better to put your best camera in a position that's the worst, because that way it can make things better. Or would you say, well, it's my main camera, so it should be the most expensive one? Or do you think the side one is the most expensive because, well, it's in the worst angle, worst lighting. It only has one light instead of 3 or 4. The other one, what do you think about it? Fun thought experiment. Anyway, the price, let me actually get you guys back in on the freaking action. There we go. It's actually coming up pretty juicily. We all know the line right now, right? We all know the threshold for massive gains. It's 82 cents. That is a threshold where everything becomes amazing again. The moment that we close that, I'd prefer it on an hourly or something like that, but that's the moment I'm going to start breaking some tables and I don't want to say what else I'm going to do. But right now, that's what we're getting towards. That was what we're gearing upwards towards. Okay, I've decided to take out the charger from the camera. Perhaps it will overheat less, and I turned on or change some settings on it. Right now, hopefully we're good. Not sure what happened on this front here. Why did this camera not work on everything? I think we're good. I think we've got everything. We should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, so, what now? I guess it's time to start gaining. It's time to start going a little bit creaky here. So do you like Wendy's? I've never tried Wendy's. I don't like any fast food, to be honest. Not really. Not so much anymore. Before, man, I'm a big fast food fan, but now I would never do that to myself. I'm lying to you as is, crap. I actually sometimes, there have been occasions, like recently in Malaysia, where you're in a place and it's like, well, there's not options, and a lot of places I cannot eat because it's like, so what am I going to do? I've learned something, all right? I'm not sure if you guys have been to Thailand or any other country there. And I have now understood there's a privilege with my European ass, all right? Or my whatever ass, of being able to go to any store on whatever app you want, Uber Eats, whatever. And anything, if you choose anything, it'll be fine. But then the moment I got to Dubai, I noticed, okay, not everything is fine. Some of these things are absolutely garbage, like absolute trash. But then I came to Thailand, and even though everywhere I've eaten was amazing, delicious, the food on the app, I don't know about that, because you don't know what you're getting it from. So you might be getting it from an actual restaurant. You might be getting it from a guy that's just standing on the sewer with some sewer water, because the app standards are a little bit different. So you got to see what you buy. And usually it's going to be amazing. But if you don't see what you buy, you don't know what you're getting. No, I'm not afraid of the meat or anything. I mean, yeah. And we're actually doing really well in terms of pump. I must admit that. Like, this is actually juicy. Right now, we've gotten already higher than what we got in the last couple of hours. Like, right now, what the price is at, if we close this over the next 4 minutes, this is the highest close in a very long amount of time. I mean, very long is still relative because obviously we've gotten higher the day of the settlement, of the conclusion. But that's the highest point for right now. This could actually be pretty big. Anyway, I've eaten some really juicy foods, some really nice foods over in Thailand and Malaysia and everything. But I'm not going to lie. Hey, Tuso. He says, hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me reiterate those words. Not afraid of the meat. Wait a minute. Might have done myself dirty with that one, but it is what it is. We're so close yet so far, huh? We're so close yet so far. This could be juicy. We've only got 3 minutes to close this one, so I'm thinking it's actually going to be the close that we prefer. I think it's going to happen. Do you think top G has XRP? Doesn't matter. There's such a fun thing that people have asked me many times. Like, oh, do you think this person has, do you think this person has XRP? You know the thing about XRP and many of these cryptocurrencies and many of these new emerging technologies? The majority of people, even how smart they are, they'll miss out. Why? Either because of their own ego, either because they just didn't know it existed, or because they have another way of doing business or making money. Like, many people missed out on many .com domains, many blockchain technology, many blockchain companies, either because of these three reasons. They didn't know, they didn't care, or something I can't think of right now. Or their own, I guess the don't care comes up with a couple of different parts. They are either too busy with their own business, or they have too high of an ego to lower them down to such a, risky thing or whatever. Just need a higher low. I think we're going to get that, guys. I think the trend is in. All right? I think we've gotten ourselves the bullish momentum back. Let's see what we do here. He says, nope, not on this candle. Let's see. All right? Let's see. Hey, Mr. Angel, welcome back. Welcome back, brother. It's been a while. Didn't see you for like a little bit. That's because I've not done a stream in a couple of days, I guess, maybe, huh? Do you have TP right there? Okay, let's reiterate one thing. For anybody that thinks I'm a weak hands shaking type of trader, oh no, right? This is a position on XRP that we opened, not because I wanted some quick profit. This is because I think it's irresponsible of me not to have a long position open. Right now, our profit is in 108% to be exact. 108.03. Yeah, I should just reverse it for a second, maybe, huh? Wait a minute, I have one that's reversed. Let's see if I have it still. Which one is it? No, there we go. Now I have to like wait a minute, how do I adjust it like this? There you go. Can you see it? The focus, come on. You can see it probably. But yeah, look at the stylishness, huh? Look at that. I should only show the top side. I should not be opening you guys to this. This is what's always happening in the background, you know? This is the part you don't see. Why do you think there's a desk here? It's like 2 meters long, huh? Because of what I'm trying to hide. Yep. It's out on the table now. Oh, wait a minute. We've got our clothes. Let's see. Did we just get absolutely cucked? We did get it. We got it. Let's go. We got ourselves the highest close in a good while here. That's juicy. That's really nice. Somebody says camera can't see. Can't see because of camera? No worries. If you didn't see, no worries about it. Snowy says, Dusty, remember you saying you would make videos on low-cap gems? I'm still waiting. Honestly, right now is not the time for low-cap gems. As I've said before, guys, at the end of the day, the only thing I care about is for everybody to do well. Because I will do well regardless. It sounds like an ego thing, but it's the truth. I'll do well regardless of whether or not I make videos. And please understand this. People have often said, Dusty, oh, you're this is a fun thing. But I'll share it with you guys because I don't care. People say, oh, you make so much money from your videos. Please understand for a little second, huh? Just for comparison's sake. Think about it for a good second. Let's just say, think, on my best month on YouTube, how much I would have made. Just think about it. Because it's not that much, but just think about it. And then just think about if I make, for example, now, one XRP trade and I double my money. Just think about it for a second. Do you think it's then really worth it? I mean, oh, well, I've done, and the trade we did before, how much percent was that? Just think about it. Oh, I'm going to work for countless hours every single month to make these videos and earn like a normal living wage. Or I do what I'm good at, invest in companies, invest in cryptocurrencies, and make, 50 billion times more. But, it doesn't make sense. But I've seen this very oftentimes over on different people's channels too. If you just know, this is not me, right? But still, if you just knew how wealthy people can be that spend a lot of time on doing these things, at the end of the day, I have ads turned on. Why? Because why the frick not? You're going to watch an ad or you're not. If you have an ad blocker on, I'm not going to, hey, please don't do that. Please. Even though in theory it could, because the money that this earns is negligible in comparison to everything else you're trying to build. So please understand that. At the end of the day here, this is not worth my time, but I think it depends on what you think is worth your time. If you think from a money perspective, not worth it. From a connection perspective, as I said before, I want to build communities. I want to have cool groups where people come on in and trade together, make money together, think of projects together, build cool teams, build cool stuff. That's what I'm passionate about. And from a certain perspective, I'm not sure what keeps my brain going, but I like the concept of this group that we have or something. It excites me, and it's hard for people to realize this, but it's really something that gets me up. Otherwise, how can you make, it's so hard, 6 years, 7 years almost, of just continued videos every single day, even in bad times. You know how many people, the amount of hatred you see over time. Almost having a mental breakdown, huh? It's hard for people to cope with. The amount of people that are angry, especially if you're making XRP content. You know the amount of people that get angry with you on a daily basis. At first, it's so hard to adapt towards as well. If you're streaming this or you're making videos, just take it from me here. Guys, it's not very easy to deal with thousands of people hating you. It takes some time, but eventually it's like, you know what? Who gives a crap? So I'm numb to anything. You can really curse at me for the whole day, but you can't break my spirit anymore. It's long gone. that boat has sailed. But trust me when I say it's not that easy. A lot of people quit for that reason because people can just get really angry or upset. Let's just say here, I say everybody, hey, buy XRP, but the price goes down tomorrow. Oh, you're starting a war now. But at the end of the day, the majority of people, and that's what you got to keep in your mind, they know what they're in it for. They're watching you for the proper reasons, and they're nice. And actually now in the chat box, for example, probably there'll be 2 people just sitting there like typing their anger. But the majority of you guys are freaking awesome. That's what I come here back for every single day. That's why I love streaming so much, because of the actual connection you have with you guys. And it's just nice. Usually the people are always nice in the chat box. It's strange, but it's awesome. Jacob says, haters still watching your videos anyway. You have a fair point. Fair assessment. I guess people also like to hate watch, if you think about it. Anyway, somebody asked, why is XRP pumping? There's actually a couple theories I had, which is why I started the stream, but we got kind of stuck because my computer turned off twice. We're not going to talk about why exactly that happened because the reasons of that are still in the middle. A lot of you guys are saying love you too. Hey, man, every single one of you guys, you have a special place in my heart. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you all for stopping on by, saying hi. And, of course, always pressing that like button. Little shameless plug. But our thoughts went out to, potentially, it's about the theory that right now, there's a couple actually. So there's some Ripple utility that came on in. There's Uphold now doing this. Major news, Uphold CEO announces their plans to integrate Uphold Ledger with XRPL, launching self-custodian wallet built in the XP Ledger. So from the utility perspective, it could be because Ripple had a pretty good announcement and Uphold had a pretty good announcement. So 2 things in utility. There could be the adversity type of argument where right now they might be going after Ethereum. A couple good arguments got popped up. Could be that right now because of XRP being in such a good position and they're going after Ethereum. Could be nice. Could be getting people excited. It could be from the regulation perspective. People are praising Ripple to death. They're saying, hey, I join my colleague in calling for Gary Gensler to embrace a different approach. Ripple case should make clear that Congress needs to provide clarity that is lacking for investors, innovators, regulators, and even the courts. I remain hopeful that we can agree on a digital asset market structure bill that will do this appropriately and swiftly. It could be also so that caused XRP to do pretty well, right? Because all of a sudden, the SEC is really turning against Gary Gensler and whatnot. Now, over the last couple of hours, a couple of things have come out on that, and people are analyzing all these different judges with all the decisions and all their parts. But, again, potentially so the people are connecting the dots together, that all of a sudden, not as much FUD is coming out. Maybe people are putting 2 and 2 together on that. Could very well be. Therese, we covered. I'm not going to say it was Bitcoin because Bitcoin otherwise would have pumped, but Robert F. Kennedy planning to announce, this is pretty interesting, right? To back the US dollar with Bitcoin if elected in 2024. That would be a pretty crazy thing. Let me actually see. Let me see. Let's think about this. That's pretty interesting. That's massive. That's absolutely huge, actually. Whoa, wait a minute. That's massive. I didn't even notice. Because he said something else. He said he could get away of capital gains tax. So I thought maybe that's it. But this is actually really huge. Wow. Wait a minute. That's crazy. And perhaps it's because of Fed Now going live, quote unquote, tomorrow. And everybody's excited about that. So people are buying in anticipation of the events of tomorrow. Again, I'm not 1,000% sure what exactly is going to start then tomorrow from, even if a new thing would start, it still takes time for things to roll on in, right? So I'm not so sure why tomorrow then you'd have to buy it just before that. But perhaps that's what people are thinking. There have been another couple of videos I want to show you, but I'll do that later. Another SEC official is refusing to answer basic questions about the agency's actions. Why is Gary Gensler's SEC allowing shareholder proposal to go forward that violates state or federal law? Okay, let's vote. Watch it now or watch it later. It's 4 minutes. Watch it now, watch it later. And everybody make sure you press that like button right now. We've gotten to 300 likes. Well, we have 4,000 people stop on by. We are right now having 500 people watching. Let's get to at least 400 likes right now. Everybody, press that like button. I'm not demanding it, but I'm heavily requesting it, that you guys all press the like button right now. Because how can we have 4,000 people that stopped them by, but not be at 400 likes? Makes no sense. I'm holding more than some, but not as much as others. That's the story of a lifetime, yeah. That's with anything. You might be doing extremely well, but you're never doing better than somebody else. There's somebody else always on the top. I guess for at least 99.999% of the people. I guess there's one person that's at the top of the top, right? But we will never know who that is. Wait a minute. What do you think of Arkham? The exposing crypto thing? I mean, yeah. The guys at Arkham are given a bounty, I think, of like $400 million to some FTX scandal stuff. I'm not sure where exactly they get the money from or whatever, but I don't really care. Let's see. Well, you guys said watch it or no when I watch it? So what we're talking about here is this one. Another SEC official is refusing to answer basic questions about the agency's actions. Why is Gary's SEC allowing shareholder proposals to go forward that violate state or federal laws? Rep. Huizinga and Rep. Brian Stale sound off. Do you guys want to watch this for 4 minutes or no? Selman says watch, and nobody else says anything, so I guess we're going to watch it.
Mr. Girding, are you aware that proxy firms do not undertake any independent legal analysis of shareholder proposals and instead refer that judgment of your staff as to whether a proposal violates federal rules or federal laws or state laws?
Congressman, my division does not take positions on underlying shareholder proposals.
That's not my question. Are you aware of that the proxy advisors do not do independent analysis and they rely on your analysis, assuming, as they said, that if you, the SEC, allows a proxy or a vote to go forward, a proposal to go forward, then it must meet legal criteria. Are you aware of that?
I'm not familiar with the testimony that you're mentioning. I'd have to read.
We'll print it off. It's public, but we'll print it off and send it to you. So you need to get yourself understanding this. You earlier just told my friend from Massachusetts that you look at material information for investors. So is not knowing whether a proposal would violate state or federal law material to an investor?
Congressman, I think you're referring to our shareholder proposal review process.
No, I'm referring to the analysis, the fact that the SEC does no analysis as to whether a proposal violates state law if it was adopted or violates federal law if it was adopted. Are you aware of that? Yes or no?
Congressman, as we review shareholder proposals,
Oh my days, I can't stand him speaking. What is this? Look, maybe he's like sick and something, right? But even if he's sick, holy smokes, this is like, oh.
I'm not supposed to speak like this.
review
Okay, how much clearer can I be? Yes or no? You do understand that, or you don't? This is all new information for you.
Congressman, we apply the Rule 14A8 and the grounds for exclusion.
All right.
in shareholder-
Does the SEC analyze whether a proposal would violate state and federal law? Yes or no?
Congressman, I mean, I can refer you to the 14A8 grounds for exclusion as we do our informal
That is not my
shareholder-
question.
Do all grounds include legality?
One of the grounds would require the commission to look at a number of factors, including that one.
Can you say, so yes, you do look at legality?
Again, Congressman, we apply
This
all,
is a real, without being difficult here, this should be a really simple question. You either yes, you look at legality, or no, you don't look at legality. Do you look at legality?
we look at all grounds. Under
I get all
14A8.
grounds. Do all grounds include legality?
Congressman, I'm happy to refer to you to 14A8.
No, don't refer me to anything. Do you look at legality? I got you here in front of me today. Do you look at legality?
Congressman, we don't offer opinions on the legality of individual.
So no, you don't. So here's the problem. If no is your answer, here's the problem. We had in last week ISS and Glass Lewis, the duopoly that dominates proxy advisor advice. And I asked ISS and Glass Lewis, do you look at legality? And they said no. On the record, no. Why? Because they said the SEC does. And now what we're hearing from you is after trying to delay answering the question, no, you don't look at legality. So here's the problem. We have the SEC coming forward and allowing a whole host of ESG-related reforms. We look at companies like Travelers, who pointed out to the SEC that if they had their shareholder proposal move forward, it would be illegal. Why? Because it would have required Travelers to adjust pricing based on race. They pointed out to you, the SEC, that it would have been illegal for them to do that. You didn't care, not you personally. The SEC didn't care. The SEC allows it to go forward. The proxy advisors rec in favor, and the proxy advisors point to SEC, saying that they don't do the review of whether or not it's legal. That's the job for the SEC. You're now telling us that you don't review whether or not an action is legal. And so what we have is a complete lack of accountability.
Ended a little bit too soon. That was beautiful and sad. It's a good mix. So the reason it's beautiful is because it just shows the incompetency of this agency. I don't think anything shows it better than videos like this. It's sad because it shows the incompetency of this agency, and I don't think anything shows it better than this. It's the duality, right? I kind of like to see the SEC lose because of the way they're going about it, but I also don't like to see them lose because they're the agency that's supposed to protect you as investors, and they're doing a bad job at it. So people are hurting, people are losing because of them, and I don't understand why they chose to allow for this to be this way. It just doesn't make sense. Really, when we speak of the puppet masters above making these rules, right, it really doesn't necessarily excite me to say that it's like almost inevitable that this is the way it's going. If you really listen to this speech, sorry, Congressman, but how can you, with full-on consciousness, presumably, right? Because we also got some sleepy people in some very high positions in the U.S. So I don't know. Let's call it supposed full consciousness, even though some people are pretty sleepy, even at the highest ranks in the U.S. Say, well, why not just give the answer? Well, because at the end of the day, this is the agency that's supposed to protect people. So when you're asking about these things that supposedly might help to protect people out or help people out, why aren't they able to give a full answer? Why are they acting as if they're a criminal in a sort of criminal case that's not trying to give all the answers out there? What is there for them to hurt from if they're given the answers as properly as possible? Okay, the congressman has a question. Let's answer it, because they got to know. Everybody got to know exactly what our policy is. Why be like, well, I can't give you an answer at this time. Oh, I don't know. Give them an answer. Why are you trying to hide this stuff? What's the purpose? And the agency that's supposed to stand for transparency, investor protection, all these things, to be as vague as possible about the concepts. Like, why? It's just something I don't actually understand about the way they operate. I just never knew. I never understood that part. Mister says they need the Dr. Evil chairs that push a button and they get dropped in the fire. Don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. Somebody says, look at the 2 hour. Hey, we're at exactly 80 cents on XRP. We're on the up and up, guys. Look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, the 2 hour chart looks beautiful even more. Who said that? You deserve an award, young sir. That is beautiful. Wow. That is nice. That is nice. That is actually nice. Let's go to Twitter. Let's zoom out so they can see the prices as well, I guess. Let's see. Let's hope for it, right? Breakout. That would be nice, guys. That would be awesome. Woo! We're manifesting it here. We know we're... Don't go down now. Did I just screw us all? Perhaps. Perhaps I did. By tweeting that out, I might have actually caused things to come on down. Sorry, guys. I've forsaken you, all right? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. No, I'm not. Damn. No, we've brought it into existence. We've been talking this into existence now. If we didn't say that, there was no chance. Right now, we have a chance, though. Whew. Let's see this. Oh, this is looking good for XRP, guys. Are you understanding this? This is looking amazing, even. Whoa. No, I did it on purpose. They can't copyright strike me for for half a second, right? Right? There we go. Woo! You all know, but the copyright system doesn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. You all know. You got to turn it up. Hey, I tried that before. And they know, right? If you play for a couple seconds, they know. But a second, they won't know. Pitch it up a little. Hey, guys, I'm not in it for the, the insinuation is what counts. We all know. Go pitch it down. Okay, let me just grab my freaking setup here to go live stream this audio with a pitch down thing. I could look up a song that's copyright free of somebody singing it or something, or somebody already pitching it, but that's too much, right? We know. That's good enough. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump. We gotta actually wait a minute. We gotta pump some iron in this bitch, Don't you know? Pump it up. Let's go. Yeah, that's anybody right now who's watching this from the gym, We should maybe be making videos like this just now. Pump it up. But it's a little bit hot for that. That's the problem. It's not my weak ass, right? It's hot. How's this guy dressed up to stream in the morning? What do you mean? I sleep like this. You think I'm unready to do an XRP type of stream? Just did leg day, brother. That's nice to hear, brother. That's good to hear. I'm at work freaking zooming. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, I want to quickly get back 1 second as well for all the people that didn't see it before to our broader XRP theory. Just want to quickly get back to it. All right. We're expecting some zooting to happen rather soon. Just know that. Pretty akin to what we saw back in 2013. 2013 to 2017. 2017. This downtrend broken by the massive bull run pump. Right now, it's looking as if XRP is igniting again the next bull run. The next part is all started, and it's starting right here to propel towards the upside and just get us massive gains. That's what we're all in it for right now. It looks pretty logical for that to happen. Okay. Lee Little says the SEC operates the way they do because as long as they maintain a purposeful lack of clarity, they can obfuscate, control, and manipulate the system to work in their favor. They know that. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. And somebody else asked, what does the chart mean for you? Which one? This one or the previous one? This one, actually, all it means is, well, let's hope that, history repeats itself. The short-term one, the close-by one, is only nice from the perspective that we are having a pretty massive upside now again, or like a massive bounce, so to speak. We hit a pretty big low right after the lawsuit was concluded. And from that point forward, we've actually only been gaining. And right now, this close, we want to see it slightly above this line, right? This little white line that we see right there that we just touched. If we close above that over on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, from that point forward, we're going to start getting massively bullish again. Because that would be pretty huge. So that's why this is relevant to us. Do you think there will be a big FOMO upside because of Fed Now tomorrow? I think that FOMO could be what's happening right now as we speak. I think for the most part, people are just buying with the anticipation of, well, the bull market has started, things are about to do well and everything like that. And so XRP is just taking the forefront because Bitcoin is not doing so much. But Bitcoin could also be more so manipulated purely because of the ETF and things akin to that. But no, I am not so certain why a Fed Now start would bring the XP price up, except for anticipation purposes. So there's a good chance that tomorrow the price goes down as Fed Now launches because of buy the rumor, sell the news type of environments. So can it pump the price over time? Well, everything to do with Fed Now is pretty nice, right? But we don't know too much about how exactly it would work, how exactly that influences XRP and everything like that. We can theorize, we can speculate, but we don't know. And so it's for the most part just the excitement of being involved with Fed Now from Ripple's perspective and their partners that makes it exciting. Not as much for the actual XRP utility on its own, because there's possibilities and there's theories, but in actual practice, what exactly would that do for the XP price is hard to say. Don't you know, pump it up. Everybody, if you're watching this right now, make sure you pump up those like buttons. I want to always be at a higher like count than the amount of viewers, because again, we've had so many people stop on by, and if everybody just stops by and presses that like, which I know 95% of people won't do, but some people will, always be keeping a good balance. But we need to end the stream at least 500 likes soon enough, right? So we need to get at least there. Otherwise, I failed as a person. I'm just kidding. I don't get my self-worth from likes. I only get it from views. No, just kidding. Flare will be big after XRP official. I am not a big bull on Flare. I've told you guys that from the start. I think that guy was a manipulator, only trying to take advantage of the XRP community. Said it before, I didn't do the Flare airdrop snapshot because I didn't care about it, and my prediction is usually pretty on. I think there's potential for Flare, but I don't think the XRP connection is as big as a lot of you guys think, and I don't think Flare is actually that amazing. It's pretty good, but it's not amazing. And I think again, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The guy, the founder, Hugo Fillion, whatever, he wasn't really nice to me at all. I didn't necessarily like him. Where most people I've ever spoken to from any project are always nice. Fun fact, Ripple people weren't amazing either. There's only been, I think, 3 Ripple employees I've spoken with that were awesome. But a lot of the Ripple guys, they're not as amazing as with HBAR, as with Neo, with a lot of other projects I've spoken with. And trust me, guys, I've been to so many conferences. I've spoken to almost any project you know. But the Flare, I didn't necessarily like him. So that deterred me from ever talking about it anymore or being involved with it. If you don't like the people, don't get involved, is what I always say, right? It's a people game. At the end of the day, I don't like to make money over just, okay, just make money. No. If I don't like the people, if I don't like the concept, if I don't like something, I stick my hands up. I'm not that hungry for money. So, yeah, it's just my thoughts. If you like it, please, guys, at the end of the day, make your freaking bread. If you think Flare is going to be huge, go for it, Don't let me deter you from it. But my personal thoughts are I'm not that excited about him. I think they're just using the XRP and XRP community just for getting an audience because they don't really care about XRP, I think, but that's my thoughts. XRP short. Another point. This is an actual crucial one. Don't think that in this chat, you're not allowed to talk about shorting or, taking this wave down, for example, getting some juicy profits before potentially bouncing back up. If you think right now, hey, the price is going to be moving like this, trickle down and then potentially spike upwards, if you can open a short and get yourself this short-term profit here, nobody's going to be thinking you're an idiot or something like that, right? Potentially just open a quick little short, get some juicy profits here, and you're a genius if you can, right? I'm a little bit risk-averse in that nature. I don't like to short things that I'm extremely bullish on. But if you think, this is a good potential for a little short, I'm going to take some profit here. I'm going to get myself a little 5% profit here and then catch the wave back upwards to maximize gains. Please do. Please, please, please do. Maybe even you want to have a hedge. So, for example, let's say you've got yourself let's do a higher example. You got yourself 1 million XRP. But you want to make sure that the upside is already covered because you've got the XRP. But you want to make sure that if XRP actually goes down, you don't just keep losing money every single day. Some people actually open shorts for that reason. They just open the short. Let me show it to you guys. The reason they open the short is because, let's say now we open it, right, with limited downside, because if we cross this barrier, most likely the bullish market will continue. So we have a short open with no take profit. It's just there in case the price actually goes down, because in this case here, our portfolio would go down significantly, right? Our portfolio in this case here would go down about 35%, which would be significant. But because of our trade with some leverage, this might basically mean, right, we got 5% downside, which is still significant, but okay. But we've got 35% upside maybe or something like that if we go all the way back down. With leverage, this could mean that we actually get 300% profit on our way down. So we don't need that big of a trade to actually, hedge against a lot of downside. So from that perspective, shorts are not bad things either. It just depends on how you're doing them. Fed Now announcement tomorrow? Yeah. The Fed Now could be huge. The way I'm seeing you guys in the chat box right now, camera down? Camera overheating again, I think? I think so. Let's just look at this for a second while I turn it off. All right. So why is this camera overheating? Not so sure. Sometimes cameras do that. So how do I go to this one and then change my camera to a different camera? That did not work. All right. Attempt number 2. That's the different camera. Okay, so this is not as easy as might meet the eye. You might be thinking, Dusty, just change it. Well, the moment I try to change it, it does not work. It just gets... Yeah, for some reason, this channel likes to be transparent, I guess. So, you know what? Stick with your secrets. You do you. We've got a side camera. Hey, wait a minute. I can actually do this. Wait a minute. No, I can't. I'm not so sure how to do that. Okay. Let's just wait a couple seconds for our camera to cool down. And looking at what you guys are saying. Dusty, my man, it's over. Heating because you're spitting lava. Dusty's starting to regret his face reveal. It makes things a significant amount more difficult. I'm not regretting it because I think it's actually nicer to build a connection with you guys. You know, I think there's more of a personal connection now than before. But on the contrary, it was pretty nice just being able to record everywhere, not think about like bringing in all these cameras, all these lights, all these things. So from that perspective, life used to be a little bit easier. But I think this is more fun at the end of the day. So I don't mind. All right. Let me quickly go back to our tweets to perhaps, just go over them a little bit. Okay, it's going to be pretty huge here. I'm not so sure why I want this Twitter to be so big, but it is. So one thing that also hyped the people up significantly just now was the idea that XRP over on the weekly trading volume was actually higher than that of Bitcoin. As you can see, the market share of crypto trading volume was actually 21% for XRP, 20% for Bitcoin, 8% for Ethereum, and 51% for altcoins. That's pretty huge. If you think about it, that XRP had more volume now than the entirety of Bitcoin. That's pretty huge. We talked about this already. President candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says he will exempt Bitcoin to U.S. dollar conversions from capital gains taxes. Here's our man, Charles Gasparino, trolling the entire community because of some reason he's pretty salty. I'm not so sure exactly why that's the case. An Ethereum whale woke up that has 61,000 Ethereum, $116 million. Sorry, I just woke up. Yep, as you can see. We got some news of the Uphold CEO doing some nice stuff for the Uphold Ledger with the XP Ledger, launching self-custodian wallet built on the XP Ledger. Could be pretty huge. We got this analysis on Ethereum, which was pretty huge. We got Warren Davidson and Richie Torres going against Gary Gensler, which is pretty huge. And people are, going deep into all that. We got President saying he wants to back up the U.S. dollar with Bitcoin if elected in 2024, which is the biggest announcement of the day for sure. We've got Ron Hammond. I didn't check this one out yet. Let's go in the middle. Analysis on how the Ripple decision has had a major impact on the politics of both the crypto market structure and stablecoins bills, both set to be voted on next week. Okay, so that could also be something people are anticipating. I didn't even know they were voting. Perhaps, and this is actually another point we could make, perhaps people are excited about Gary Gensler speaking tomorrow. Today we also have an SEC official speaking. No, Gary Gensler speaking today. I think yesterday we had another SEC official speaking, and today we also have Coinbase meeting up with some regulators. That's all pretty big stuff. Yeah, but we understand that. We also covered this just now. The SEC always trying to play games on us. We covered this in a little video. We think we showed this earlier. All these legal analysts trying to throw shade on the Ripple ruling were nowhere to be found when Bill Hillman gave his speech. None of the analysis applies to Bitcoin and Ethereum ever, even though we did back it up with our basis that, indeed, as it currently stands, Ethereum follows the same principles as XRP for a lot of parts. Then we covered this, we covered this before, the longer form video. Brian Steele said, SEC just admitted on the record that they do not review whether shareholder proposals are legal. The proxy advisors say they rely on the SEC to review legality. The lack of accountability is astonishing. There are massive problems at the SEC and it's hurting your savings. I can agree. U.S. Congressman Richard Torres asked the SEC to stop its assault on crypto, says cryptos are not securities. And he says, Ellen Torres says, it's quite remarkable the level of divide between the leading Dems and Republicans when it comes to the SEC. Republicans like Ann Wagner are critical and dissatisfied, while Democrats like Brad Sherman are full of praise and are quick to always rush to the agency's defense. And then Elon Musk saying, make Orwell fiction again. I thought that was also kind of funny. Yeah. And the rest I think I've covered already for you guys. Let me try again to turn on the camera. Give me a second. All right. It's actually not a matter of let me try to turn it on. I know it will turn on. It's just a quick... I think I shifted a little bit, didn't I? I think something changed. Did I move it a little bit? Is it more like this now or something? Are you guys noticing it too? Maybe I touched it too hard. Lee Little says, Charles Gasparino has been a XRP hater since before the lawsuit. The SEC just gave him an opportunity to dump trash on XRP and the XP Army. He's sad. yeah, it seems to be that way, indeed. For the most part, it seems that that's the case. He's just a sad little cuck or something like that. I don't know what else to call him. Sad little piece of trash. I don't know what else to make of it, you know? He's just a sad piece of garbage recently. I liked him a lot. But nowadays, I don't know. I don't know. I don't appreciate the way he's going about his business nowadays. I'm just quickly checking through everything over on Twitter. See if there's anything crazy that's come up as well. If you guys see something that you think is huge, just tag me or whatever, right? Or just send it to me over on Discord or something like that. A lot of people also talking about just how much volume is in the XRP system right now. The stage is set and the world is watching. XRP is defying all odds. Panic is setting in to those who expected a loss. 2 million XRP is being traded per minute right now. We have now broken past 80 cents. I have echoed that this is just the beginning for the past few days. Patience for the XRP community is paying off, and in my opinion, will continue to. We are #1 trending on CMC, and trading volumes have been surging ever since the case announcement happened. I think I speak for everyone when I say let's freaking go. Because from here on forward, we're going to be upwards. Well, I don't think it's going to be only upwards. I actually think there's going to be a lot of downside still in the meantime. But the general direction is upwards over the longer period of time. That person who said short was in the right for the short term, right? You see, that's why I said it's not always bad to short on the short term. Long term, I don't think it's the best decision. Where was I exploring Twitter just now? Which piece was that was here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what I was just doing is just scroll. I can explain. Nobody saw it. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Let's go to following, I guess. You know, let's do following things instead of the random Twitter feed, huh? Anyway, even this. Sometimes I think, man, I should actually unfollow people I've been following for a couple years because a lot of people they post such trash. But I'm too lazy to, you know, and I have to think about it. Like this, for example, what in the world is this? Why am I looking at this? Why am I looking at a random lion crossing a road? I don't know. I come to Twitter for my crypto news, and I stay, I guess, for the freaking lion pictures. I'm not so sure what exactly, but yeah. No, you see, this is like getting hard nowadays to find proper. What is this? What am I doing? What is this? He's pumping up, though. That's pretty nice. Hey, look at that. But sometimes I wonder, man, I should get rid of some people. Let me take a look at Charles. I find it interesting he didn't block me yet, actually. I expected him to be like full salty mode and just go on a rampage, but no, he's actually being a man about it still. A man about it? No, he's being a little whiny baby, but, you know, XRP is killing it. Sad, huh? I'm not so sure why. He has so much salt. Let's see. Did Jim Cramer say something about XRP? That could also be. Did Jim Cramer say XRP is going to dump or something? Why is all of a sudden why is the price pumping? Is it him? Is the inverse Cramer doing its work again? Why is he sharing so many plans? I'm not seeing anything. So perhaps it was not him actually pumping us up. Okay. Somebody says, let's target $2. Well, $2 is a little bit further away than $1, right? So it might still take a little bit of time. But I think we'll get there eventually. I'm not too worried about it. You know, we're patient. We're patient people. Let's see if there's anything else that we missed just now. Like I said, if there's anything else, just tag me and I'll find it. Usually I do it that way. If there's something important to know about, I usually see it in my tags, or I see people like spamming me like crazy. Usually that's how I find out about some more obscure things that are not on my usual feed. But no, everything like this we've already covered now. So there's nothing too crazy that I think we still have yet to talk about. No, I don't think so. All right. So, guys, then I think we're going to end the stream here. And we're actually going to get back to this a little bit later. I'm going to do some update videos throughout the day. Probably no stream again today unless something crazy happens to the price. But probably then even, I think I might do a little bit chill today. So I'll get you videos. I think there's going to be 4 videos that come out throughout the next couple of hours. So stick around is what I say. And always, make sure you've got that notification bell on. Because what if something crazy just drops? What if all of a sudden the price goes up like crazy just for the stream, like it was pretty important to talk about? You want to be notified. That's what I always say. So make sure, if you enjoyed the stream, that you press the like button right now, but you don't have to. But this notification bell doesn't matter to me. It's only for you. I just say, you can always press on the video once you get the notification, then ignore it. It's like, oh, not interesting to me. Click away. But you want to at least be notified of whatever's going on. I think it's pretty important. Right now, for example, there's 500 people that are all watching this right now. You think about it. These 500 people could be the elite, right? The ones that see everything first, that get the news whenever it comes out, fresh from the freaking cow, fresh from the cow's udders, or whatever the name is in English. And I'll also say this. Right now, I've got something pinned over on our YouTube here. You can see this right here. This is for you guys. Make sure you check it out because as far as I understand, it's for everybody to just get yourself some nice lucky. Are we still good? What's happening? Are we still live, guys? I didn't click it off yet. What's happening? Can you guys still see me or no? Test, test. Test, test, test. It says end stream. But you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? This is what I'm seeing in terms of my stream feed. Anyway, wanted to say this one what I'm showing you guys right here is exclusive. But it's basically, this is the link I dropped right there. It's a spin wheel. So basically, you can do a lot of these very simple things and get yourself spins to either win like, okay, it's not, let me try to refresh it, I guess. I'll do it on the side here. There we go. You can see you got yourself to win $1 or 100 BGB, $10, $100, $2,000. A Bit Get Summer Kit, not even sure what that is. A MacBook Air, or thank you, just a little, handshake, I guess. Sometimes you don't win. But yeah, that's all for like completing these different tasks. And apparently BitGet told me this prize wheel is very much wanted for the people. So I got myself one for you guys as well. And I also have a link down below, which is only for Bybit, which is basically a free XRP position. But BitGet, I believe you can use all over the world with a VPN, I think, right? Don't quote me on that, but I think. The Bybit thing, you need to KYC. So you need to be in a country that allows for Bybit. So that's the negative thing about Bybit. But Bybit is the exchange that I use, and that's also where our trade is right now, our trade that's in a juicy amount of profit right now as we speak. I will quickly see again. But the price of XP came down a bit. Right now we are in 89% worth of profit. So 89%. And the Bybit thing, it looks like this. You can claim your position worth $1,125 for absolutely free. Just use the link down below, check it out, and read whatever it says right there. But it's pretty simple. Just check it out. We have 100% left. Of course, there's only a limited amount of money. I'm not so sure how much money has been put aside. But yeah, be there early or be screwed, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys again in another stream later today. No, I'll do videos. No stream later today. Videos, but I'll catch you guys again on the Glim side of things, whatever. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. See you later, everybody. Tune in later today for multiple videos and cool updates on the CBC Crypto channel. Yeah, let's motherfucking go. Woo, let's go, let's go, let's go.